France anymore.
Calais is now under German military law.
Prevent fear turning to hatred.
You would never get us, Etienne.
Buy me a gun, Francois, and I would.
It will eventually come to murdering them, won't it?
Monsignor Reynard.
Blessed art thou amongst women.
The ITV drama continues, Monday at 9.
At Sainsbury's, we've doubled our organic range. So as well as spicy lentil soup, we now have an organic baguette. As well as organic rice, we now have organic pork and a sweet and sour sauce. And to our organic ice cream, we've just added an organic cherry pie. In fact, people buy more organic food from us than any other supermarket. Sainsbury's, making life taste better.
Have you read it?
Yeah, not bad for a first one.
I could never write a book.
Of course you can.
I wouldn't know where to start. Go on a writing course. Yeah, with my 1.0 level in woodwork. You don't need qualifications to go on a course, just a bit of imagination. Not bad with words.
Well, I wouldn't be here if you were.
Actually, do you mind taking over for me?
With over 500,000 courses to choose from, you can learn anything you want. Just call Learn Direct and we'll help you find the course you're looking for.
I can't believe Jim kills her in the end.
He kills her in the end? Does he?
Phone Learn Direct on 0800 100 900.
What Tony really appreciates about DHL is that they always find the solution whatever the problem. And for a small company like his, that's very reassuring. So he feels more relaxed, so his daughter feels more relaxed. And her schoolteacher, Miss Higgins, is more relaxed, and Miss Higgins' dog as well. Now that the dog doesn't bark as much at night, the neighbours are more relaxed. And that's something that's felt in their everyday lives, with their families, with their friends, and in their work. Their colleagues at the office are more relaxed, and their friends too. In fact, everyone is more relaxed. DHL, we keep your promises.
Confessions of a Blonde.
It all happened so quickly. Felt so natural. 20 minutes, that's all it took.
Belle Colour 20-minute Colorise Gel from Laboratoire Garnier. Contains natural oils that nourish and care for your hair. It shampoos in with no mess to give you colour so natural, you just can't go wrong.
Come on. You didn't think I was a natural blonde, did you?
Belle Colour, formulated and controlled by Laboratoire Garnier, experts in home hair colorants.
I'm so paranoid about the dry skin on my legs. It's my problem zone. Because I don't really like to wear skirts or show them too much, but I usually wear trousers. With Dove, straight away, I noticed the difference. It was so luxurious in the shower. And when I got out, it felt great. But what was really impressive was the way that it lasted all day. I can just shower in the morning and that's it for the whole day.
This is the last banner I'll ever do!
With a guaranteed jackpot of £15 million, this Wednesday's Super Draw is too big to miss.
Eight o'clock on the dot. I'm impressed. Meet you in the usual place. What have they dressed you in? Come on, let's go shopping.
Ah, they're great indoors.
And it's so up to date.
Ha! That's more than you can say for Colin's outfit.
The Mall, where shopping comes alive.
Somewhere in the world, a story is breaking.
The bombers knew the impact.
It's a story that'll move you.
Another survivor was miraculously returned to the arms of a grateful father.
It's thought-provoking.
5 men say they're innocent.
It's a moment that will change our lives.
City analysts say we can't ignore the euro.
A story is breaking that must be told.
That's why we're here. Weekdays
at 12:30,
6:30
and 11.
and throughout the weekend.
There's strong language now on HTV in our comedy. Michael Barrymore stars as game show host Bob Martin.
Ladies
Share the fun.
This is the last banner I ever do.
With a guaranteed jackpot of £15 million, this Wednesday's Super Draw is too big to miss.
No, do you buy new babies?
No, why?
Because Dad said kids were expensive.
I think he meant buying clothes and toys and things.
For 175 years, Standard Life have performed really well, so you can provide really well for your family.
Oh, she's lovely. What did you say she was?
Just over £8.
Nan, you said they were free.
Standard Life, for pensions, investments and banking.
To paint, first you must see. I've spent my whole life looking and analysing, studying form and light. My paintings are all about
Any food tastes supreme with Heinz salad cream.
I'm so paranoid about the dry skin on my legs. It's my problem zone. Because I don't really like to wear skirts or show them too much, because I usually wear trousers. With Dove, straight away, I noticed the difference. It was so luxurious in the shower. And when I got out, it felt great. But what was really impressive was the way that it lasted all day. I can just shower in the morning and that's it for the whole day.
Now all the stuff from your TV is on your PC. Click on listings, jobs, news, weather and what's on in your region. It's all local to you. Check it out. HTV Wales. On air, online. www.htvwales.com.
It's got biscuit, it's got caramel, it's got chocolates. Handy when you're stuck on the train.
Everyone loves a sea view. But the sea is a deadly enemy, an unpredictable force that can strike even those on land. This is the story of a forgotten tragedy. One night in 1953, when a maritime monster struck.
There was no chance to escape to higher ground. There was no warning.
Savage Planet, Monday at 10:30 on ITV. One of the biggest names in country music, Dolly Parton, is profiled in the South Bank Show in 15 minutes.
You know, I like to keep in trim, but I wish it could be more fun. And if only some of the food that's supposed to be good for us could be more tempting. Well, I found something that's natural and tastes just delicious, Alpen. It's made with crispy wheat flakes, roasted hazelnuts, juicy raisins and almonds. Alpen, it's a tasty way to look after yourself.
What's the problem, Katie?
Oh, it's this question. I just don't understand it.
Have you asked your teacher?
School's closed.
What about Nigel?
Well, Nigel's brilliant. He's a genius, but he's out.
Your dad?
Chicken, it's a chicken!
A pterodactyl?
Wrong. Correct.
OK, let's go to homework help.
Just ask AOL and a qualified teacher will email you back a personal explanation.
Everything all right?
Correct.
It's all part of the service at AOL.
and sisters, behold! Nutriball Mighty Mints, so small, but with all the power of a tree ball extra strong mint. Take it away, Mama! Mighty Mints, Mighty Mints, power, small, they're new. Mighty Mints. Thank you, tree ball.
Register now.
I will start singing in church again.
I will donate blood.
And make your promise for the new millennium.
Yesterday, I filled my car with petrol and I made my promise.
I just been down the high street and I made my promise.
I did my weekly shop and made my promise.
When I went to the bank, I made my promise.
I was surfing the web and I made my promise online.
For more information, call 0901 201 2000.
Good evening, you're watching HTV on Sunday the 9th of April. Now the late news from ITN with Nick Owen.
Mugabe supporters forced The turmoil in Zimbabwe escalated further today as black squatters backed by President Mugabe forced more white farmers to leave their homes. Their action, using increased threats and violence, fueled Zimbabwe's political instability. The main opposition party leader disbranded Mr. Mugabe a deranged despot. Our Africa correspondent Tim Hewitt reports.
Zimbabwe's land grab is gaining momentum. On this farm, Tommy Bailey agreed to hand over a section of his property to one of the groups organised by former freedom fighters. But Pam Mullins, who rents a house on the farm, has decided it's not safe to stay. Her possessions were driven away today to the delight of the invaders. They now see their campaign as a victory. On Friday, farmer Alex van Leinhoff was beaten up. Today, he was forced to sign papers handing over half his land.
How the hell do we expect to get reconciliation when people can abuse us like this? They can beat you. They can swear at you. I don't know.
Opposition supporters, meanwhile, gathered to express their disapproval of President Robert Mugabe. He's accused the opposition of being manipulated by whites. But with parliamentary elections approaching, the appeal here was for unity.
For the first time, across race, across ethnicity, we are all united for one purpose and one purpose only. That is to create a new Zimbabwe.
The fuel crisis continues here with long queues for petrol. Frustration over the standard of living is Mr. Mugabe's greatest enemy.
The land issue may be dominating the political agenda here, but it's the economy that's likely to prove the key issue at the elections. And in Zimbabwe, the economy seems to go from bad to worse.
And it's for that reason, say Mr. Mugabe's critics, that land seizures are being manipulated as a convenient red herring. Tim Hewitt, ITN, Zimbabwe.
Thousands of starving families in Ethiopia are having to walk for days on end in search of food and water. Aid is reaching the capital, Addis Ababa, but getting it to the needy is a logistical nightmare. Here's Richard Slee.
It's the children who are suffering most in the areas where famine and disease has already taken hold. Often they've walked hundreds of miles over many days with their families, only to die in the growing number of refugee camps like this one in Danan. There are 6,000 people here, and every day brings more. Desperate mothers cradle their children as nearby vultures and carrion birds feed on the carcasses of what was once their livelihood. Aid agencies are managing to provide some food and medicine, but officials say it's too little and too late for many of the new arrivals.
Most of the children are malnourished, they are sick from measles and other diseases. They have been already weakened, and now they have nothing to eat, and most of them are dying.
The last few days have seen the first deliveries of the 800,000 tons of aid recently pledged by Europe and America. But many of the worst hit areas are difficult to get to, and Ethiopia warns that unless more supplies arrive soon, then this year could see more people starve to death than during the famine which prompted Live Aid in the mid-1980s. Richard Slee, ITN.
Here, trade unions have welcomed a £5.5 million government aid package to help retrain rover workers facing redundancy at Longbridge. They described it as a good start on a huge task. Here's Harry Smith.
The £5.5 million announced today will be spent on helping redundant rover workers retrain and develop new skills which will get them new jobs. The investment company which plans to take over the plant has already said it'll halve the existing workforce of around 10,000. Many more jobs are expected to go in companies which supply rover with parts and among the dealers which sell the cars. Today's announcement comes just as a consortium of local businessmen tries to put together a bid for rover which will retain Longbridge as a mass car producer. But the government says that whatever happens, some job losses are inevitable.
We do know that whatever we do, there's going to be an impact on the supply chain as well as rover itself. Therefore, putting training and support systems in place just makes sense, and the £5.5 million will give a flying start to be prepared, to be in advance, to be taking preventive action rather than waiting until the inevitable happens.
The money promised today comes on top of the £129 million already promised for Longbridge by the Department for Trade and Industry. And it shows that although the government hasn't yet closed the door on any further bid which could keep Longbridge going as it is, ministers are now preparing for the worst. Harry Smith, ITN, at the Department for Trade and Industry.
And apologies for the picture disturbance in part of that report. Sweeping changes to the licensing laws will be proposed tomorrow in a government white paper. They're expected to include extending pub opening hours and allowing children greater access. The former Conservative Minister Charles Wardle has confirmed he's standing down at the next general election. Mr Wardle, the MP for Battle and Bexhill, says life at Westminster has become drab and unpleasant. He's going to concentrate instead on his new £120,000 a year job as a director of Harrods. Football fans observed a minute's silence today before the Leeds United-Aston Villa match in memory of the two men stabbed to death in Turkey. UEFA officials are expected to announce tomorrow whether Galatasaray fans will be allowed to attend the rematch. Here's Neil Connery.
Football came second this afternoon as Leeds fans and players united to pay tribute to the two murdered supporters in a minute's silence. Still mourning, still in disbelief, but determined to remember. Before kick-off, fans from Leeds and Aston Villa paid their own respects to the two supporters murdered in Istanbul on Wednesday night. Football rivalry had no place here today.
It's really nice to see things like that, fans sticking together. Fans from all over England really have, sent tribute.
Tomorrow, UEFA is expected to confirm that Galatasaray supporters will be banned from Leeds for the second leg match.
I don't think they should come out because there's enough people there I think would like to seek revenge, which isn't the right thing to do.
Leeds United say safety of all fans comes first. With emotions running high, UEFA is under intense pressure to respect the club's wishes. Neil Connery, ITN.
In this afternoon's FA Cup semi-final at Wembley, Chelsea beat Newcastle 2-1. Gustavo Poyet was man of the match, scoring both Chelsea's goals. Trevor Harris watched the game.
Blues boss Gianluca Vialli clearly still upbeat after last week's win against Barcelona, and his team carried on where they'd left off in the Champions League. George Ware's early effort ruled out for offside. But 17 minutes in, Chelsea were in front, Uruguayan Gus Poyet beginning and ending a sweet passing move. Newcastle had their chances, Norberto Solano the biggest culprit after Alan Shearer's knockdown. The second half was all Newcastle, Kieran Dyer's thunderous volley producing a terrific save from Ed de Hoy. But just after the hour, they got their equaliser. Shearer's precision cross headed home by Robert Lee, the midfielder who didn't even have a squad number under previous boss Ruud Gullit. Current manager Bobby Robson has revitalised his career. But Robson couldn't mastermind a Newcastle win. Chelsea regained the lead 18 minutes from time. John Hardy's cross, Poyet's second of the game. It proved the match winner, and exuberant Chelsea through to meet Aston Villa next month in the last FA Cup final before Wembley Stadium is rebuilt. Trevor Harris, ITN Sport.
In Scotland, Aberdeen face Rangers in next month's Scottish Cup final after beating Hibernian 2-1. From the start, Aberdeen looked the more assured side, but their nerve was tested when Hibernian equalised. The clincher came when Andy Dow volleyed in from across. Motor racing, and Michael Schumacher is celebrating tonight after winning his third consecutive Grand Prix. His rival Mika Hakkinen started in pole position, but some crafty pit stops by Schumacher allowed him to storm ahead to victory at Italy's San Marino circuit. Finally, the film American Beauty repeated its Oscar triumph, scooping 6 British Film Academy Awards at tonight's star-studded ceremony in London. Tim Wilcox reports.
2 weeks after the Hollywood Oscars, tonight was Britain's turn to host its own glittering ceremony. The 52nd BAFTAs, held at the Odeon Cinema in London's Leicester Square.
Lose your job!
I didn't lose it. It's not like, whoops, where'd my job go? I quit.
All eyes were on the British-directed American Beauty, nominated for 14 BAFTAs, the highest number since Gandhi.
It's a very funny movie, and I think that Sam Mendes' vision of it was so clear, and he managed to get all of us to understand what his vision was, that he made a heck of a movie. I'm very proud of him.
The award goes to Kevin Spacey.
Although Kevin Spacey and his co-star Annette Bening won Best Actor and Best Actress, and American Beauty won Best Film, the Best Director award went to the Spaniard, Pedro Almodovar. Jude Law picked up a BAFTA for Best Supporting Actor in The Talented Mr. Ripley, beating Michael Caine. He, however, came away with a British Academy Fellowship.
They do make some strange choices, though, don't they? I've been sitting here all evening. Jesus, that's funny. That's funny. Now I'm a member of them. And there'll be hell to pay.
The BAFTAs are known for throwing up a few surprises, and this year was no exception. American Beauty did win top film overall, but there was nothing personally for its British director Sam Mendes, who was the toast of the Oscars a fortnight ago. Tim Wilcox, ITN, the BAFTAs.
That's it. Goodbye. Have a good week.
Good evening. Well, it hasn't been a bad weekend for most places, but the weather is about to turn rather nasty again. Some heavy rain to come, and as it gets colder, it won't just be rain we're talking about. More of that later. By comparison, tonight it's fairly quiet across most places. Clearest of the skies in parts of the south and the west, temperatures down to around about 2, so a touch of ground frost possible. Still fairly breezy across southern counties, but at the other end of the country, thickening cloud will bring the odd spot of rain to the northwest of Scotland by tomorrow morning. So a fairly damp scene here for Monday morning, that rain edging into other northwestern parts of Scotland and Northern Ireland, and eventually across many other areas. But across England and Wales, it's a drier story. By the afternoon, the best of the sunshine down in the south. Temperatures won't be too bad after a fairly chilly start, generally in the range 9 to 12 Celsius, perhaps the odd 13, and that wind won't be quite so strong in the south as it was today. But by Tuesday, things turn really nasty, some heavy rain to come, and as it turns colder, yes, some of that rain will turn to snow over northern hills.
Power Gen. Power, whatever the weather. The HTV weather, in association with Swalek.
Hello, a lovely sunny day in the forecast for tomorrow, but don't get too excited because the weather's set to take a turn for the worse around the middle of next week. For tomorrow, Wales is still getting the benefit of fine, dry conditions thanks to this area of high pressure, but that cold front showing up over Scotland on tomorrow's chart is going to track southwards on Tuesday, bringing with it some heavy rain and a raw northwesterly wind. For tonight, though, it's dry and fairly clear across Wales, cold enough for a touch of ground frost inland, although places near the coast will manage to miss that. A few patches of mist first thing tomorrow as well, but any frost and mist will soon clear away quickly in the sunshine. The sun will tend to turn rather hazy at times, but all the same it's going to feel warmer outdoors than it's been today with a lighter breeze. Temperatures getting up to 12 or 13 Celsius, 14 Celsius towards the west of the country. Hope you can enjoy it. Good night.
The HTV weather. in association with Swalek.
John Thor.
We stay here. We're done for. You know that.
Monsignor Renard. Monday at 9 on ITV.
Nudity has never been an issue with me.
Celebrities are stripping off.
I'm not bothered about it at all.
You've got to ask why.
They paid me a lot of money.
Surely it's got to be embarrassing.
Is the cameraman seeing my butt?
After all, would you like it if you had to work naked?
Such a tough job, but somebody has to do it.
When Celebrities Strip, Tuesday at 10, ITV.
Next up, in Ming Dynasty vase, reserve price 1.5. We'll start the bidding at 1.3. Thank you, sir. 1.6. Thanks to the lady. We have 1.7. No one else. Going once, going twice.
Citron. Offers so good you'll be laughing. Saxo from 6,995, Zara from 9,995, and Xantia from 12,995.
Quick, gonna make up this fast, last and last? Yes, and it's new Quick Stick Makeup by L'Oreal. For smooth coverage, precise coverage, seamless coverage, the soft powder finish that lasts and lasts. So I don't clutter up my life with a zillion makeups. Like new Quick Stick Makeup by L'Oreal. It's fast, and it lasts, and you're worth it.
So you all right with that, John? Oh, yeah. You off to the drinks machine, Marion?
Yeah, coffee time.
Well, hop on my back. I'll give you a ride.
Right.
You see, at AA Insurance, we do the legwork. We search our list of leading insurance companies for our customers so they don't have to.
Thanks, Leo.
Enjoy your coffee, Marion. Getting customers good deals on their home insurance is my caffeine.
AA Insurance, 0800 444 777.
Your dry dog food pack can be very revealing. Look at the list of ingredients. The main ingredient is often wheat or chicken meal. But the #1 ingredient in New Principle is chicken. Fresh chicken, and even more fresh chicken, makes Principle the dry dog food with the most fresh chicken you can buy. New Principle, the #1 ingredient is fresh chicken. Your dog'll love it.
Reduce the resistance and you reduce the drag. That's the whole idea behind Mach 3. Less drag means less irritation. Only Mach 3 has DLC Comfort Edge blades, streamlined for less drag. Mach 3 glides effortlessly for far less irritation. Mach 3 from Gillette.
At Asda, we've rolled back the price of all our fresh beef.
There's no service charge and no time limit on our vouchers with new pay-as-you-talk all calls from Vodafone. So because you only pay for the calls you make, it's perfect even for people who don't talk that much.
Took the words right out of my mouth.
Vodafone, the UK's most popular network.
Introducing a toilet paper unlike any you've ever felt before. New Charmin Ultra. Other brands might be smooth. New Charmin Ultra's unique micro pockets mean it's the most absorbent paper and stays strong when wet, giving you a comfortable, clean feeling every time.
Morning.
Nothing beats the comfortable, clean feeling of new Charmin Ultra.
Shouldn't die in a place like this. Victim number 2. One Bible-quoting serial killer downs tools, then 15 years later a copycat killer becomes his disciple.
Amen to that.
I have to stop the slaughter. But what's the link between the past and the present? It must be there.
Crime is in the mind.
Rebus.
Of Rebus. John Hannah stars in an ITV drama premiere. Coming soon.
Steve McQueen and Ali McGraw star in our film tonight, The Getaway, at 11:20.
I need half a dozen eggs.
Certainly. Standard or free range?
Chocolate. Covered in foil.
Because Tesco are determined to sell for less, our Easter egg prices are lower than last year.
Thank you.
Is that all? Well, I'll get them 2 each. Would you mind? Kiddies will think it's Christmas.
Tesco. Every little helps.
They're always out running, they're so active, they're always thirsty. I like them to drink all sorts of drink because I'm into them having good things, but you can't get kids to have good things the whole time. They like Sunny Delight because it's a really nice flavour, and I would rather that they were drinking Sunny Delight because it is at least a drink that has vitamins in it. It's a happy medium.
Sunny Delight, the great stuff kids go for.
It's a compromise for everybody because it's a drink that has lots of vitamins in.
Out you go.
Lambrini girls just want to have fun.
Now all the stuff from your TV is on your PC. Click on listings, jobs, news, weather, and what's on in your region. It's all local to you. Check it out. HTV Wales. On air, online. www.htvwales.com.
Premier drama from ITV reaches a chilling final chapter. Monsignor Renard concludes Monday at 9.
This week on The Ferret, we investigate the growing trend for counterfeit designer goods. Denzel's house has all mod cons, but not quite where you'd expect them. And whatever happened to Chi the dog? Is he dead or alive?
Good evening, you're watching HTV on Sunday the 16th of April. Now the late news with Nicholas Owen.
Zimbabwe farmers A group of white farmers today described the terrifying attack in which another farmer was murdered. The violence by black political activists has increased the pressure on President Mugabe, though he still refuses to stop seizures of land. From Zimbabwe, here's ITN's Tim Hewitt.
Latest victims
through the course of the morning, becoming heavier and more widespread as the day goes on. Good night.
The HTV weather, in association with Swalek.
From the shores of paradise to the depths down under, David Jason in a close encounter with Australia's most exotic inhabitants.
Look, can you face the front?
From the cute and cuddly
Go on, my son.
to the deadly.
He got the last presenter.
David Jason with Killers and Koalas, Good Friday at 6.
I can strip a human carcass in 3 minutes.
The little dear creatures. Fierce creatures. Good Friday at 9 on ITV.
Stay with us here on HTV for the first in a new series of Dateline Jerusalem. Next.
Tesco now have more 24-hour stores open than ever before.
Hello?
Did you want the broad beans or the runner beans?
Oh.
Tesco. Every little helps.
Finding it hard to relax? Forgotten what it's like to have fun? And why not try the new Mardi Gras at Oakwood? It could transform your life. Take Mrs. Richards from Bristol. She was quite content playing bingo. Since Mardi Gras, jazz is her thing.
Even the Jacksons of Tenby filled their dull evenings with the delights of dressing up.
So give Oakwood's Mardi Gras a go. It worked for me.
Good news, eh? No, not that. This. All this scientific research shows that whole grain cereals may actually help keep your heart healthy. And shredded wheat's made of? Yeah, nothing but whole grain. And not many cereals can say that. Bet you still can't eat 3, but now there's even more reason to try, because it may help keep your heart healthy.
If 30 of you work together like we do and buy as a group on the net, you can save £249 each on this new Fujitsu Siemens Kelvin computer, complete with a 10-second starter. Let's do it. Only with letsbuy.com.
Carex hand wash with Dermacleanse is brilliant for 2 reasons. Firstly, its antibacterial agents remove germs most ordinary soaps can't. And secondly, it has moisturizers which help protect and care for my skin. So, use Carex hand wash and your hands will feel fresh, clean, and really cared for.
If you care about your skin, always handle with Carex.
Andrex is soft, strong, and now it's this much longer. Andrex, soft, strong, and now even longer.
Make real fruit, yogurt, fromage frais, and an irresistible layer of cream on the bottom. Mousse is just too good to share. Onken mousse, feel good.
Sophie.
Good evening. Here is the news. Dragon spotted inside Newcastle at Windsor. We have the pictures. Mayhem on our motorways. A full report. Gold rush fever hits Legoland. And finally, the stuntman that'll go to any lengths to get a laugh. Very funny.
Of course, the volcanic minerals in Volvic have no discernible effect on the people of this. They're up to something again, aren't they?
Now on HTV, Martin Lewis has a new series of bulletins from Dateline Jerusalem.
Here, all our spectacles are displayed at prices which include our frames and our single vision lenses. So the price you see is the price you'll pay. Complete price from Specsavers. We make sure there are no surprises.
The Peugeot 206 Look from £8,795 with 1 year's free insurance and air conditioning.
The new Citroën Zara Picasso. Free your mind.
Discovery. 3 new looks made easy by Dulux.
As life changes, needs change. With a one button perfect for single items.
Excuse me, there's lipstick on these glasses. Oh, I'm sorry. I'll get you some fresh ones.
Yakult, a daily way to well-being.
Homebase are hammering up to 25% off all white paint. This Crown paint is only £5.19.
Look at this.
I see. You can get free online time every single weeknight. And every single weekend. I see. You also don't pay any monthly subscription. So, with IC24, free really does mean free. Pick up your free CD at your local Esso service station.
For over 20 years, people in Wales have enjoyed quality furniture in the latest designs at genuine low prices. Superb three-piece suites, Happy Home Furnishers. Luxurious dining room furniture, Happy Home Furnishers. Leading make beds and beautiful bedroom furniture, Happy Home Furnishers. Just look at the prices, just look at the choice. With fast delivery and a friendly service, our name says it all.
You'd like a magnet kitchen for less than half price? No problem. The magnet half price sale is now on with an extra 10% off sale prices until 5 p.m. Bank Holiday Monday.
Glasses usually take a lot of punishment. Your children is grabbing your glasses, and each time your glasses stay in a wrong way. You should consider Memoflex. You can bend them. It's coming back like this. It's metal with memory, and Memoflex help people to make sport, ski, and to have children safety.
Vision Express, experts with vision.
Richley's new stock just arrived. Buy one, get one free. Buy one, get one free. Buy one, get one free. Offers on now at Richley's.
Bad boys.
I'm like Dennis the Menace, kind of a cradle.
Desperate for attention.
By then, Oliver was eating goldfish from the bowl.
These men are not just the more they're loved.
Richard Harris was the governor.
Hellraisers, followed by The Real Keith Moon, Saturday from 10:35 on S4C.
Seeking stardom can be as elusive as reaching for the stars, but if one is starstruck, common sense does not prevail. Stay with us.
If you want to help your kids through school and college, call Tiny, because they've slashed hundreds of pounds off some brilliant PCs built around Intel Pentium 3 processors. They come as complete PC systems with great accessories and top-name educational software. In fact, about the only thing Tiny don't supply is the student. Call now for Tiny's big education sale price list.
Bacardi Breezer. There's Latin spirit in every one.
Can you help your dog look and feel healthier by what you feed him? You can if it's new Pedigree Dry with Forteville. A blend of nutrients fortified with biotin for a health you can see and feel in his coat. Builds health on the inside, you can see on the outside. Pedigree.
Homebase are hammering up to 20% off all hedge and grass trimmers. This trimmer's now only $27.99.
Look at this. All right.
Wow.
And that one's mine, that one's yours. Yeah.
Why?
Well, I peeled all the potatoes, I chipped them, fried them, and nearly burnt myself.
Fine.
It's all right, there's plenty there for you. That chip pan, it's scrubbed, you wouldn't know I'd used it.
What chip pan?
What chip pan?
McCain Home Fries, the oven chip that tastes like a fried chip.
Absent friends.
Absent friends.
Nick and Emma.
So where exactly is it that they've gone?
Straight to the bottom of the property ladder, I think.
What I want to know is, what are they running away from?
Decent Chardonnay for one.
What is this thing that they're actually opening?
Can of worms.
Let's face it, she'll be back as soon as she's run out of leg wax.
Glass, darling.
Well, I tell you, I'd go tomorrow.
You said that yesterday.
Our new John Smith's Extra Smooth is now so smooth, it really can sell itself. So our no-nonsense man has decided to take it easy for a while. You can't blame him, really.
With Kodak, you never miss a moment. It gets great results in almost all conditions.